Hi there, my name is Bill Briwa. I'm a chef instructor at the Culinary Institute of America, and today I'm going to be making frittata. Frittata is nothing more than an omelet that hasn't been folded in half. Now, the one I'm making has chard and mushrooms and Yukon Gold potatoes, and I'm going to turn it into a really simple breakfast sandwich. But it doesn't stop there. It makes a great luncheon item with a salad or a really easy supper. Start to finish, about 5 minutes. Take a look at what I've got. There's a pan on the heat. In goes a little bit of oil. This is nice olive oil. I have already got some sautéed onions here and sautéed mushrooms. I've got some Yukon Gold potatoes. I love the color of them and the fact that even though I have put no butter on them, they look really buttery already. I'm going to add some kale and some chard. And then finally a little bit of garlic. And basically what I'm making, a frittata is nothing more than an omelet that I'm not going to fold. What I'm going to do with this omelet is take it and put it between two slices of bread and turn it into a sandwich that I can grab in one hand as I make my way out the door. It's kind of important that this piece of it be really assertively seasoned because it's going to have to carry the day with the eggs and with the bread as well. So I've got garlic, I've got onions, I've got potatoes. While this comes up to temperature, in goes some salt and a little bit of pepper. And one of the first tricks I want to share with you about a frittata is that you don't want to put a lot of egg in there. Just enough to bind these ingredients. Any more and it tends to get a little bit rubbery. So just enough eggs to bind these ingredients and we should be good to go. I want to make sure that the eggs are seasoned as well. And I'm going to add some Parmesan cheese to the eggs. Now that these taste just the way I want, I'm going to add them right into the eggs. I'm going to put an egg pan on the heat, but first we'll mix this all together. And what I would have you notice is that there's 2 eggs in there, but you don't see a tremendous amount of extra egg floating around. If this is swimming in egg, I would say that is the wrong impulse. I've got a couple of choices on bread. There's a brioche roll. Here is a whole grain hamburger bun. And then what I'm going to use today is a very, very thin whole grain bread round. If I had to guess, this represents 1 slice of bread. This probably represents 2 or maybe even 3. And while it's whole grain, it's 3 times the bread. And then over here, this is white bread and a lot of butter and a lot of eggs. And so I'm going to take that out of the running. Of the 2 of these, this I think is the one that we're going to work with today. Our egg pan needs to be hot. And I think we're there now. I'm going to add some oil. I want the oil nice and hot so that when this goes in, it creates a crust right away. All right, so right into the hot pan. And while it's still liquid, I'm going to press it out uniformly thick, or actually uniformly thin, because I want it to cook very, very quickly. Here we go. I know that this is browned. I can smell it. I can get underneath here and sort of see, but it's still a little bit rare on the top. There's not a lot of liquid egg there. That's a good sign. Take the lid, screw your courage to the sticking point, and then up and over. And that goes back onto the heat. I'm going to add just a little bit more olive oil. And then we're going to slide this right back into the pan. And we'll let this finish cooking. Now, this, as breakfasts go, is familiar. It's eggs, it's potatoes, it's vegetables. The potatoes that are in there, the Yukon Gold potatoes, not only have this wonderful buttery color and a very smooth texture, but they are inclined to absorb flavor in a way that a new potato would not. So they will drink up the flavor of the onions, the garlic, the Parmesan cheese. All of those flavors will be captured by the potato. Now, as I press in here, I want to feel the eggs firm. I don't want them soft. I don't want them gooey, especially here in the middle. So we are close. If you like the idea of a little bit of cheese on the top, especially if this is going into the broiler, this is a great little flavor addition. And I'm going to put some greens. This is just arugula on the bottom piece of bread. So what you have here is a breakfast frittata. It's got chard, mushrooms, and Yukon Gold potatoes. It's a quick and easy breakfast that, with all my talking, took me no more than about 5 minutes.